Hi everyone, welcome to the 2017 Body Fat Challenge. I am super pumped and excited for all of you. We have an awesome number of people joining us in this challenge this year, so super pumped about that. We have some challenging dates in the mix. We've got Thanksgiving in there, so we love to throw in some challenges along the way to keep you guys on your toes. But I know you're excited and ready, and I'm looking forward to some awesome results and to shed maybe some of that extra summer fun that we had. I know I'm looking forward to Monday and getting started. So just a reminder, our challenge runs from October 4th to November 23rd, and we're going to have bi-weekly weigh-ins along the way to keep everyone on track. So I'm going to take the next little bit of time and go through your body metrics and what that means, how you can pick the right meal plan for you so you know you're going to be on track and shedding that body fat, and then just some tips and tricks to get those results along the way. We've had some awesome success in the past, and really looking forward to seeing you guys achieve some awesome results. So let's dive right into it. Actually, I'll apologize quickly. I think I'm in a good spot here. Ali and I are in California at an awesome conference. So we are recording this outside in the beautiful sun. So I think I've got a quiet space, but hopefully the sound and everything will come out clear. So let's dive right into it. I want to first go over understanding your MyZone biometrics. If you have a MyZone account on our first day, you are going to see all of this information in either your app or on the web page. Okay, it's either going to be in one or the other. If you aren't using your MyZone, you don't have one, the key numbers for you are going to be your weight, your muscle mass, your body fat, and your BMR. BMR is going to be the main number for you guys, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. And we are going to track that and write that down for you on Monday. Okay, so understanding your body metrics. So we have our weight in here is your first one, so that's kind of self-explanatory. And the next one I like to point out is our muscle mass, which I'll talk a little bit more about that. We've got our BMR, which is our basal metabolic rate, which I will talk about that a little bit more. We've got our body water percentage right below that, body fat, and this is your overall body fat percentage number, 38.2 for this example. So that is going to be the number that we are going to use to track throughout the challenge, and that is going to be your result number. Visceral fat I'm going to talk about a little bit, and the rest of those numbers we can kind of skip over. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about the most important items. So our body fat percentage. Our body fat percentage can vary throughout the day as much as 3 to 4%. Okay, so what I want to make sure that you guys do throughout the challenge for your sake, for your mental sanity, and for the consistency of results and the goodness of the data, I want to ensure that you guys are sticking to it the same time of day each time you're doing your weigh-in. Okay, if you can't do that each week, let's make sure on our first weigh-in and on our last weigh-in, we are making sure that we are weighing in at the same time every day. And if you're doing it pre-workout, let's make sure you are doing your weigh in pre-workout. Okay, there can be a big difference between a pre and a post-workout weigh-in. Okay, so find a time that works for you, and let's stick with that throughout the challenge. Next thing I want to talk about for body fat percentage, differences between men and women. So women, don't compare yourselves to men, and men, don't compare yourselves to women. Our body fats are totally different. Okay, women, our essential fat range is from 10 to 13. Okay, that's the least amount of fat that we need on our body for our to have regular daily functions. And then guys are down 2 to 5%. Okay, so definitely totally different. So try not to compare yourself to the other sex. If we're looking at setting some goals, or you want to be in a healthy body fat range, I've included these in here so you can kind of get an idea of what's an athletic range for women and men. Women looking athletes usually fall within that 14 to 20 range. For men, 6 to 13 range. So definitely less than almost half of the women. In that fitness, overall healthy, super healthy range, 21 to 24% for women, 14 to 17% for men. And I would say our average women would be 25 to 31%, and guys were looking at 18 to 24%. Our obese category, now I know when we think about the term obese, we might, people that are in these categories, we might not, if we see them on the street, we might not call them obese. Okay, so this classification of obese is anyone who's technically 32% higher for women and 25% higher for men. Okay, this is just kind of the standard within the fitness industry as what we classify as obese. So these are sort of our general body fat percentage categories. So maybe you can use this to kind of help distinguish where you would like to be eventually, and come up with a great goal for yourself. Okay, so that's body fat percentage. As I mentioned, biggest thing to note here is that pick a time of day that works, and let's stick with it throughout that whole challenge. Next thing I want to talk to you about is muscle mass. So muscle mass determines our BMR. Okay, so the more muscle mass you have, the higher the BMR. Okay, more muscle mass you have equals higher BMR. So, but the more muscle mass you have, next point on here, it may increase your weight. So potentially, if you're gaining muscle sort of along the way, lots of people when they first start LP, they gain a lot of muscle and super frustrated that their hard work isn't showing on the scale, but they're potentially actually building muscle, and that is increasing or not moving the number on the scale. So just a word on that. Don't always look on that number on the scale. That's why we use that body fat percentage number, because that takes into consideration your body fat, but also the amount of muscle mass you have on your body. Muscle mass is a good thing, okay? So the more muscle mass we have, the easier it is to maintain our current weight. So as I mentioned earlier, the more muscle we have, the higher our BMR, okay? So the higher our BMR, the more calories our body can handle or needs to survive at its current state, okay? So higher muscle, higher BMR, and really that equates to the more food we can eat on a daily basis, okay? So muscle is a good thing. Okay, next one I want to talk about total body water percentage. Water is very, very, very important for ensuring overall regular day-to-day body functions. Okay, especially with us in the gym, we need a little bit extra water throughout the day because we are sweating lots. All right, so recommended intake is 5 ounces of fluid for every 100 calories you're consuming. Okay, so figure that out and you can determine how much you should be drinking on a daily basis. If you're looking at your body water percentage on your metrics, your printout, or your MyZone account, men, we're looking at getting you into the 50 to 65% range. That's our ideal range to get you into that healthy range, and women 45 to 60%. Okay. A few ways we can increase that hydration level with water for sure, but the more muscle mass we have, the more water within our body. So the healthier we get with in terms of muscle within our body, the healthier our body functions and the higher our hydration and total body water level. Okay, so a few ways to increase that percentage. So don't forget, during this challenge, not only are we looking at getting the right foods in and worrying about our nutrition, but along with that, let's make sure we're drinking lots of water and staying healthy. Okay, next one I want to talk about, visceral fat. Visceral fat's kind of that bad fat that we talk about. It is. If we take a look at our tummy, we've got that fat on the outside that you can kind of move around and touch and pull out. Then we've got our organs, and in between that, so we've got our organs, we've got our abdominal wall, and then we've got our fat sort of on the outside. Our visceral fat actually hangs out right near our organs. Okay, so it's kind of that bad fat, increases the risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, type 2 diabetes. Okay, think about the beer belly. I've got the beer belly up here. Sometimes you can see, and I'm going to use guys as an example because usually we see it a little bit more on the male side of things. Usually, sometimes we can see if beer belly, sometimes you see the abs on the outside, but they've got a little bit of a belly. That means that fat is on the inside of that abdominal wall, so you technically can still see the abs on the outside. Okay. So beer belly potentially equals visceral fat. Visceral fat, well, I'll call it the bad fat. Okay, leads to some things that we don't want to have. Okay, if you take a look at your sheet, it will give you a visceral fat number. We want to get everyone on that 12 and under number. Okay, we've got that higher risk at 13 to 59. LP, we would love to have everyone in that healthy range of 1 to 12. Okay, so take a look at your number and get excited when you can see that number. Even if you're in the healthy range, I love it when I get to see that visceral fat number decrease. Makes me happy. Okay, moving on. Basal metabolic rate. I've touched upon this a little bit earlier, but your basal metabolic rate is the number of calories your body needs at rest. Okay, so if you were to just be sleeping, sitting on a couch, doing nothing, your body still needs calories to breathe, to function, for your organs to function. Okay, so doing nothing, this is what your body needs to maintain and to survive. BMR can change, like I said earlier, based on your muscle mass, based on exercise, gender, age. There's a lot of different factors that contribute to a change in your BMR. So what is important for our BMR is that this BMR number that we get on our sheet or we get from the machine is going to enable us to choose the right meal plan for you. Okay, so what we usually do is use the calculation to figure out this is my base number. Then I need to add my daily, regular day-to-day stuff. Then I need to add any workouts that I've got. And then we need to add a little bit of a deficit so we can, if we are looking to lose body fat, then we can lose body fat. So let's take a look if you want to maintain your current weight. So here's an example. If you had a BMR of 1450, how many calories should you consume to maintain that current weight? So let's figure this out. So we've got our BMR, 1450, and we're going to multiply that by 1.2. I like to multiply that by about 20%. That gives us our day-to-day stuff. So you're going to work, you're walking up and down the stairs, your day-to-day life, being a parent, et cetera, adds to your BMR. So basic caloric needs for not just sleeping on the couch, okay, not just for your organs to function, but for everything else you do in a day, 1740 would be this person's calories that they should consume on a daily basis to maintain their current weight. Okay, I'll say that one more time. BMR 1450. I multiply that by 20%. Okay, it gives us our 1740. That gives you your calories you can should consume if you're looking to maintain your current weight. Okay, so what if you are looking to lose weight? Let's take a look. So we've got our same person with a BMR of 1450, and they're looking to lose about a pound a week. Okay. To lose about a pound a week, you need to, a pound equals approximately 3,500 calories a week of a deficit. So if we break that down per day, we're looking at a 500 calorie deficit a day to lose that 1 pound a week. Okay, so we've got our BMR 1450. We multiply it to get us our daily caloric intake that we need, and then we subtract our 500 for our 1 pound a week loss for our deficit. Caloric needs now, we're running a deficit. We are at 1240. So this person's caloric needs 1,240 to lose 1 pound a week. Okay. So that's without exercise. Then if we are exercising on a daily basis, you're coming to LP, we're going to add in our estimated calories per workout. Okay. So we're going to take that caloric needs of 1240 and we are going to add our estimated calories per workout. Ladies, I kind of add anywhere from 300 to 350. Guys, I kind of go anywhere from 400 to 500 per workout, give or take. Okay. So this person's caloric needs is 1240 from above because we have that 500 calorie deficit, and then we're adding 300 for that person's workout that day. So to lose 1 pound a week on a day where they are exercising, this person would need to consume 1,540 calories. Okay, so that's how you're going to calculate and choose the right meal plan. So our meal plans that we have to choose from, we've got a 1,400 calorie meal plan, a 1,700 calorie meal plan, a 2,000 calorie meal plan, and a 2,400 calorie meal plan. Okay. So once you calculate, this is how it's going to work. Monday, you are going to weigh in. You're going to get your BMR. You're going to use this presentation, okay, to remind you how to calculate your caloric intake. then whatever plan is closest to the one you should have, that is the one you are going to select and you are going to use for the challenge. Okay. Why I am asking you to calculate your BMR, okay, because we want to figure out how many calories you need. This is super important because calorie balance is the biggest contributor to diets or weight loss success. Okay, if we take a look at this chart, calorie balance is 50, or I'm going to say maybe a little bit over 50%, give or take, of diet success. So super important. Monday we get our number. Let's figure out what plan is going to get you the best results. A few important notes that I wanted to quickly chat about. Meal times can be moved around a bit. Okay, so if you have certain things here and there, okay, no problem. What I want you to keep in mind is I want you to try and keep your meals about 3 to 4 hours apart. Okay, so try not to go longer than 4 hours from your last meal. And don't go 1 hour between either. If you can, kind of get that 3-hour time mark, but no more than 4 hours. In the plans, I've put Monday to Friday are workout days. Okay, and Saturdays and Sundays are non-workout days, or days 1 to 5 actually are workout days, and 6 and 7 are non-workout days. If you miss a workout during the week or you have a different schedule, just make sure you choose the right day. Okay, so I have subtracted some calories off of the day 6 and 7 for non-workout days. So if you aren't working out, choose that one of lower calories. Okay. Sorry if you can hear the okay, I'll give it a second and hopefully that sound isn't too loud. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I get this question all the time, and it's just the way the nutrition program that I use labels the data. Capsule and tablet, that'll show up on your meal plan. That just means it's just one of the particular items. So if it says 1 capsule of an apple, okay, it's not, you're not taking a little tablet or a little piece of that apple. It's one item. So you're having 1 apple. My biggest tip and help for you guys, pick a day and prep at least half of your food. Okay, if it's there, if it's ready, you're going to eat it. Right? We've got in the meal plans, there's a grocery list at the back. Go get all of your food. Some people like to do it on one day. If you have the time, maybe you can do it 2 days, half on, say, Sunday, half on Wednesday. But prep that food and give yourself the opportunity for success. It's there. You can eat it. You can do it. Simple one. Takes time. I know it takes time, but then you get the night off. Then it's there. It's ready to go for you. Okay. Big point on this one. Once a week, you can have a cheat meal. Okay, so work towards that cheat meal. Get excited about that cheat meal. You deserve it. You earned it. Okay, it'll be good for you. But what I want to make clear is that it is one meal. It's not a full cheat day. Okay, it's not a full cheat weekend. Potentially, you could, like I said, 3,500 calories is that 1 pound that we need to do. You could easily gain that back in one day if you're going for a full cheat day. Okay, so earn that cheat meal and make sure it's one meal and not a full day or full weekend. Okay. Last thing I want to mention for my important notes is please look at the weight of the item on the um, on the listing of on your meal plan. Okay, so it could potentially say 56 grams. I want you to get a scale if you don't have one already. Okay, you're going to use it. I love my scale, and weigh the item. Make sure that you were right on the money with where you're at for your items. Okay, this also helps if you're doing your food prep. You can easily just weigh your item, plop it in a container, and it's ready to go within the right size. Okay, so moving on, tips for success. Okay, so I want you guys to set a goal for this challenge. Okay, set a goal for this challenge. When you have a few extra spare minutes, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think about 3 things. I want you to think about at the end of this challenge, when you achieve your goals, 1, what do you see? 2, what do you hear? And 3, how do you feel? Once again, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Once you've set your goal, and I want you to ask yourself 3 questions. Once you've achieved that goal, what do you see? What do you hear? And what and how do you feel? Once we have those ideas in mind, I want you to visualize that outcome. Okay, think about it often. How are you going to feel when you achieve these goals? Okay, visualize, visualize, visualize it. One more tip for success, daily reminders. Okay, so now you know you're thinking about why you want to do, why you're setting this goal. Good tip, come up with 5 reasons. 5 reasons why you've joined the challenge, why you want to lose some body fat. Okay, write those 5 things down, put them by your bedside, put them on your computer, put them on your vision wall, put them in your car. Okay, I want you to always be reminded at your why. Okay, why are you doing this? That will give you some extra motivation to keep you going in the hard times, because they're going to be hard times. Okay, this isn't supposed to be easy, and I'm excited for you guys to grind it out and get those results that you're looking for and those goals that you just thought about. And the last thing I want to mention is your progress is up to you. Okay, no one else is responsible for the actions that you take. Okay? You are the only person who can affect your life. So don't let anyone else have any negative effects on your journey through this challenge. Okay? Your progress is up to you. And I know you can do this. We have a great community. I'm excited for our Facebook group that we can start and share some of our stories and help others and tips and tricks on our struggles and what we've found helpful along the way, because we are all in this together starting Monday. We are ready to rock and going to take the next little bit to set a goal, conquer it, and the best part is our Christmas party or our holiday party is the next day after our last weigh-in. So we will definitely be celebrating our success, and I'm excited to share with you the results on that evening, and I'm excited for you guys along this journey of grinding it out, having some fun along the way, and achieving awesome results. So good luck, and I will be right along there with you, and let's have some fun over the next few weeks.